The Centers for Disease Control says autism affects as many as 1 in 110 children in America, and that's a lot of Texoma kids. To help our community better understand how best to work with those who have autism, Families for Autism Support of Texoma, or FAST, is holding a back-to-school panel. Speaking at the panel are 4 individuals living with autism. News Channel 6 Lindsay Rogers sat down with 2 of them to find out what can be learned.
Every story is different for a person with autism, but my story might help clue others in to similarities in their story and help them figure out how I got through it, and that it's not a bad thing necessarily. I mean, it has bad aspects, but good can come of being autistic too.
Sam Spangler found out she had an autism spectrum disorder when she was 15. She is now a sophomore at Midwestern State University.
We think differently. You know, we look at a problem and people see this solution and that solution. I see this solution, this whirling thing.
While Sam says she faces many challenges, she tries not to let those stand in her way.
Looking at things differently can sometimes make it difficult to explain what you're thinking to people. So there are difficulties with it.
Sam will be sharing her story at the FAST Back to School panel Thursday night. Not only for parents and teachers, but for younger kids who are dealing with the same types of things she has managed to work through. Like Mason Langford, a 6th grader at Ben Franklin Elementary, who is also on the autism spectrum.
The good thing about autism is sometimes you get help most of the time, and the bad news is you get bullied a lot.
Mason is also on the panel and hopes to give insight into his life.
Getting it directly from the source. You can't, parents and family members can't always get into these kids' heads and guess what they're feeling. To have the kids express it, it's amazing to hear. It's amazing to hear these kiddos communicate.
In our Eye on Health, a panel will be held tonight to provide the public better insight into those living with autism. Families for Autism Support in Texoma, or FAST, is hosting that panel from 6 to 8 at the Anchor Baptist Church in Wichita Falls. 4 students ranging from 6th grade to college, each living with autism spectrum disorders, will be speaking at the event. They are expected to shed light on how they cope with the condition, what makes them tick, and what helps them learn. There will also be a question and answer session. News Channel 6 talked with 2 of those speakers yesterday. You can find their story. It's just a mouse click away at newschannel6now.com.